Hello everyone, welcome back to Looneyman. My name is Looney, and today I want to talk about a interesting theory that I have about what Usopp's power-up would be in Elbaf. Now we all know Usopp's connection with Elbaf, we know with the giants, a little garden, and how much he believes that, the Vikings and the giants of Elbaf are some of the strongest warriors out on sea. So it seems to be that Usopp's going to get something big in Elbaf, whether it be a power up, whether it be something significant for his character, and pushes towards more of what essentially his dream is to be the bravest warrior of the sea. So there's going to be something happening in Elbaf. Whether or not it's disappointing is going to be up to you, the person, depending on what exactly happens. I do want to offer an idea that could happen in Elbaf. And this idea specifically mentions something very unique in Norse mythology that I think most people by now know about. But I'm going to give you reasons as to why I think it could be, this could be his power-up that he gains in Elbaf. So here's what we know about essentially Usopp's ammunition, what we know about his arsenal in general, right? We know he has the kabuto, he has a slingshot, he has many of the pop greens, many different types of ammunition, and we also know he has some other stuff like, for example, the Usopp Hammer, the Usopp Rubber Band, all that kind of stuff. Now most of that stuff is pre-time skip, right? Whatever. For the most part, he has been using the kabuto, using the pop greens and all that stuff as like his main arsenal, but he has played around with certain different other equipment or different other type of weapons throughout the entirety of One Piece. So I want to offer this suggestion as what his power-up could be. Since he's got an upgrade with the kabuto, now he went from the slingshot to what the kabuto that he has now. I don't think it's going to be a sort of a power-up that would essentially use that or be somewhat involved in using or like strengthening his ammo, like strengthening the pop greens or anything like that. What I think his power-up is going to be is essentially this. We all know in Norse mythology, especially if you've been watching the MCU, there is one specific thing in Norse mythology that most people technically, like, one of the major things that most people remember from Norse mythology, which is the big hammer known as Mjolnir. Now, I don't know much about Norse mythology to a T, like the actual Norse mythology. My only knowledge is through the MCU, right? I'm not going to try to use the MCU knowledge about this because, it's just not factual whatsoever. But I do believe that because of his arsenal and what we know about his arsenal, specifically the Usopp Hammer, what would be the best power for him? And that would be Mjolnir. Think about it. It is a hammer, right? It is considered the strongest weapon or one of the most famous weapons, I should say. I don't know if it's the strongest weapon because I think the other weapon, I forgot what it's called, is technically the strongest. But let's just say for this, for this story, specifically in One Piece, Mjolnir is, one of the strongest and powerful weapons that Elbaf has, right? What if, the chosen one who will essentially be wielding, Mjolnir, didn't come from, let's say, Loki, the prince, who was probably supposed to be the one who will lift, Mjolnir. But instead, it's Usopp. Think about it. We had an upgrade with Usopp with his kabuto, with his slingshot. He has upgraded with his ammunition. The only thing we haven't had really much of an upgrade with is his Usopp Hammer. Now, I know for the most part, Usopp Hammer is usually used as a gag, the 10-ton Usopp Hammer, right, that he used in Alabasta, as well as, sometimes he uses the hammer when he defeated Chu in the All Park arc. But what if all of that was hints that he's going to obtain Mjolnir when he gets to Elbaf? Think about it. Mjolnir is a heavy weapon. The only person who can lift it are the people it chooses, or the chosen person to hold Mjolnir. It weighs a ton, 10,000 ton Usopp Hammer. It seems like it's all connected to essentially give Usopp this moment to obtain Mjolnir. It will also very much go into this idea that he could be the chosen one. Like he is the chosen one to be able to bear and hold Mjolnir, because as we know, the bravest warrior of the sea. He seems like it seems like that will be like the perfect opportunity to showcase to Usopp that he is worthy. He can be a brave warrior to see. And Mjolnir is the proof of that. Because Mjolnir recognizes Usopp's courage, ability to overcome odds, even though he's a scared, he can be scared, right? That he can use his creativity to create weapons and knowledge, and, sometimes lies and, that kind of stuff. It's essentially sees Usopp as worthy enough to hold him. Usopp says he could carry 10,000 pound Usopp Hammer. Mjolnir weighs a lot. The Mjolnir being Usopp's main power-up in Elbaf just seems to fit to me a lot. And I think with the power that Mjolnir possesses, he becomes much stronger. He gets that big power-up that he deserves. Whether or not Mjolnir is going to be similar to, like, the power of Thor, using lightning and stuff like that, we don't know. It could be something different that, Oda decided to use. But we do know that, Mjolnir essentially uses the power of lightning and electricity because it is Thor's hammer, right? But I do, regardless of what he gets, I think it'll be the perfect power-up for him. Like I said, Kabuto already powered up. His ammunition already powered up. The Usopp Hammer is really the only one that he hasn't powered up yet. And it fits because of all the lies with the 1,000-pound hammer, it being used as one of his arsenals, and him having that power, that ability to use Mjolnir to not only show, give him a huge power, but also showcase that he can be a brave warrior of the sea. It will be his thing, the very thing that really tells him that you are a brave warrior of the sea. You being able to lift Mjolnir when no one else possibly could is the reason why you will be a brave warrior of the sea. It will be the very thing that cements Usopp as not only a strong warrior, but it gives him the confidence, the belief that, oh my god, I have this, the one of the greatest weapons of Elbaf, and I'm the only one who can wield it. I'm the one who could lift it. No one else could, only I can, meaning that Mjolnir chose me. Because it recognizes me as that brave warrior, that warrior that will help and stop everyone. I have the power. I have that power now in my hands, right? I get it that some people think, well, then wouldn't that just take away from him, like, his marksmanship? No, it wouldn't. It would be like part of his arsenal now. Similar to how like Nami got Zeus as a power-up, it will be similar in that regard. Mjolnir will be that power-up he gets. I think and I believe that to be the case. And it'll be just a really great way to showcase and connect Usopp with Elbaf and give him that confidence that he needs to recognize that he can be a strong warrior. While he is a coward, he still has that conviction to do what's right. To, like, no matter what, if someone makes fun of his friend's dream, he's going to stand up for that friend. That's what I think is going to happen, and I think that would be a perfect way to give Usopp that thing, right? That power-up that he needs. I apologize if I'm speaking low. I have to be quiet, but that's what I think will happen. And let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know. I think Usopp getting Mjolnir in some sort of way not only gives him some sort of power-up in his fighting ability, but also confidence in himself would be a great thing for him. Let's see what happens. I can't wait, because Elbaf should be a lot of fun. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you guys next time. All right, bye bye.